guys, I'm Esther from Spicy Vegan Food, and in this video I'm going to show you how to make these delicious air fryer crispy pita chips. You only need 3 ingredients to make these, and they are so much healthier than the ones you can get out of the bag at the store. They're super fast, easy, and cheap to make, and you can use them with all your favorite dips. You can use them on top of salads. You can use them on top of soups. They are such an amazing little side. It's like making homemade crackers. So guys, let's get started. I'm going to show you how to make these. All right, so we're gonna start out with some whole wheat. We've got 4 whole wheat pita pockets, just the smaller sized ones that you can stuff. Those are perfect. So we just need 4 of those to get started. And then we're gonna grab a cutting board and cut them into 8 equal pieces. So you can cut them all together or by themselves, whatever works best for you. I just have a bread knife here. I'm gonna cut them in half lengthwise, and then I'm gonna flip them around and cut them in half widthwise. You could use like a pizza cutter to cut these, or scissors, or whatever you want. They don't have to be perfectly the same size. We just want them to be roughly the same size so that they cook properly and some don't burn and things like that. So they're going to cook nice and evenly in the air fryer. So then I can grab a little section here. It gets a little bit harder as you get down to those final pieces. Or you can cut all the way across like we did before just to make it a little bit faster. Sometimes it's a little bit sloppier this way, but like I said, the pieces don't have to be perfectly the same size, so don't worry about that. We're just going to make sure that we have each and every pita into 8 similarly sized pieces. So now that we've got that all cut up, the next thing we're going to do is grab just a medium mixing bowl, and we're going to add our other 2 ingredients on this. It's crazy. It's only 3 ingredients. It's so fast and easy to do this. So I'm going to start with some extra virgin olive oil. So I'm going to put 2 tablespoons. If you want them to be a little bit oilier, it's going to taste amazing. You can add a 1/3 tablespoon of olive oil. That's totally up to you, but I really think they only need 2 tablespoons to start. And then I'm going to grab my Italian spice blend. So just a dried herb spice blend. You don't have to use Italian herb. You can use any spice blend that you want. I would say if you're using a spice blend and it doesn't already have salt in it, make sure you add half a teaspoon of salt, because these are chips, they're pita chips. We want them to have that saltiness to them. So definitely make sure you have at least half a teaspoon of salt in there, but salt was already in my Italian spice blend, which just made it even easier. So I've just mixed my dried herbs together with my extra virgin olive oil, and I'm just going to drizzle that over my little pita slices. And of course, there's always a little bit stuck in the bowl. So the beauty of that is we have these soft pita pieces that we can use to get the rest out. So once I'm done scraping out that bowl, I'm just going to grab a little piece of pita to wipe off the spoon, and I'm going to do the same thing with the bowl, because these pita chips definitely get all of their flavor from the dried spice and from the olive oil. So we're going to want to get all of that on there. Now that we've got that all on there, you can just use your hands to mix this all together. We want to evenly coat each piece as much as possible. So you want to kind of mix for a minute or 2 here to make sure that they are coated. You can kind of spread the olive oil around with your hands to make sure that everything is fairly evenly coated. Again, like, this doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to take forever, but definitely give it a minute or 2 to spread the olive oil and the dried herb spice around so that you're going to get a really delicious bite with every single pita chip. Now, once those are all mixed up, we're going to prep them to put them in our air fryer. So each air fryer is different. But I'm going to add mine in here. All of mine are going to fit into this basket. If I was to do any more pitas, like if I was to double the recipe, I would have to do it twice, because they're just not all going to fit in here without getting air properly through them. Now I'm going to air fry at 325 for 4 minutes. I'm going to air fry them for up to 8 minutes, but I want to flip them halfway at 4 minutes. Again, depending on your air fryer, some of them seem to burn things a little bit faster than others, so just really keep an eye on them. You can definitely put them in for 4 minutes at the start, but once that 4 minutes is up, you want to check on your pita chips and make sure that they're not burning. So at the 4-minute mark, I'm going to give them a really good shake. If you see any dry pieces that aren't crisping, you can make sure those get to the top where they're going to get crisped, and we're going to put them back in. Now I'm going to put them back on for another 2 minutes, and then I'm going to double check and see if they need that remaining 2 minutes. So up to 8 minutes total, but again, check them on that second half because you don't want them to burn. It can happen really fast. but we do want them nice and brown and crispy like this. So you can see how nicely crisped those pita chips are. And of course, my little assistant is dying to try a bite. And there they are. You can see just how brown they are on the edges and how they're nice and crispy and firm, and you're going to get a really good crunch out of those. You want to make sure you're not undercooking them either, because these are chips, so we need them to be crispy. So we've got those tiny little delicious crispy bits at the bottom that I cannot wait to try. So of course you can use these with all your favorite dips. This is my white bean artichoke dip. It is so good with these. Okay, time for the crunch test. Nice and crunchy, and they taste amazing. Okay guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you want to see more air fryer videos like this one, just let me know in the comments below. And if you like this video, just make sure you hit that like and subscribe button below.